see you clearly. We want to see when you smile. We want to see when you cry and things like that. And also, please rename yourself accordingly, which I haven't done because I just signed in. For example, I'm GE. That will be GE Pipit, and then Robin, Tom Robin. IU will be no role today, IU. Yeah, but if you have a role, please put your name like Herman. Put Grammarian and then Herman. Okay, so that's for the renaming. And another thing is, during the meeting, if it's not your turn to speak, please mute your mic. And we try our best to show reaction during the speech and things like that. So we will really appreciate it if you can turn on your video and adjust your body proportion to the camera so we can see you clearly. So, and that is it. And I would like to give the control to our president to start.
Thank you, our SAA Pipit. My name is Natalie, and I'm the president of Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Welcome, everyone, to our meeting, our weekly meeting of Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. We have members from all over Indonesia, as well as overseas, one in Mauritius, one in LA, one in Dubai/UK/Bali. She's traveling a lot. And we also have visiting Toastmasters that I can see today. We have Christian from Mets Toastmasters Club. Thanks for joining us, Chris. We have our guest, Chandra Eric. Thank you, sir, for joining us. And also we have our lovely friend from Magical Bali who lives in Medan, Toastmaster Seni. So thank you, Seni, for joining us today. All right, before we start our meeting, I would like to read again Toastmasters Club mission to remind us what is the value that we uphold in Toastmasters. So Toastmasters core values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And the club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. For our Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we have formalized or we have agreed on our own club values, and I call it ABC. We appreciate our club members, we build each other up, and we celebrate our successes. All right, that's it. And I would like to say to all of you to enjoy the meeting. Let's learn together and let's build each other up. I would like to introduce our Toastmasters of the day, who is basically gonna run this show as the MC. He came from Mauritius and he's been actively Toastmasters clubbing all over the globe in the past, I think, a year, almost a year now. So please welcome our Vice President of Public Relations, Toastmasters Robin Chan.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Hello, everyone. My name is Robin, and yes, I'm from Mauritius. So good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening to you from all over the world that you are here today. So what is going to happen today is that we're going to have a lot of speeches, and we have some evaluation as well, and we are prepared some table topics. So are you ready to roll out? Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Yeah, all right. I'm speaking like I'm like Autobots roll out. Okay, so what do we have for today? So today's theme is flower will not grow if the stem does not allow. And the word of the day is flourish. So now I would like to invite our general evaluator that she will introduce her team of role players for today. So let's have DTM Pipit to the floor. Over to you.
Thank you, Robin. Usually when we're on the floor, we're dancing, yeah? But in Toastmaster, when we're on the floor, it's time to speak. Okay. You know that Jello song, On the Floor. All right, guys. So in Toastmasters, we have evaluation session. But this is the core, one of the core of Toastmasters, right? Because how can we improve without feedback? That's why without evaluation, this is one of the only chance for us to be better. But in doing this evaluation, I'm not alone. I have a team that will help me to do this evaluation. The first member of my team is the accountant, and today's accountant is Sri. Sri, can you please explain your job?
Greetings, Mr. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So the purpose of the counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. And I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means, etc. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Mr. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Our first timer as an accountant, Sri. Now, next member of my team is the grammarian. Grammarian will explain his job, also will introduce to you the theme and the word of the day. Take it away, Herman.
Good morning, Toastmasters. From 3 a.m. in Los Angeles, I want to welcome you all. Today, as your grammarian, I'm going to be looking for the magic in your speeches, the words of inspiration and creativity that allow us to celebrate the things that you bring to the table. So I'm going to really be just listening to the magic you bring in your speech, looking for those keywords that just really are memorable that we should try to use in our everyday lives as you inspire us. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Herman. And then, can you please help us find an example how to use the word of the day in a sentence?
The word flourish. The speeches that you use today can be get my brain wrapped around this. I apologize. It's 3 a.m. Give me a minute. Okay, come back to me, and I definitely will. It's 3 a.m. I haven't had enough coffee yet, so I promise
No
you
problem,
I will
no problem. Okay. I have a bowl here with no coffee in it, so I cannot help you. All right,
Thanks so
but
much. I
later
appreciate
on,
it.
later
I
on,
promise
Herman
I'll
will
get to
teach
it.
us how to use it in a sentence. Okay, flourish. However, for now, maybe I can say, um, if you want your life to flourish, you really need to start watering it. Maybe, okay. Maybe water it with love or something. I'm not sure. All right. So the next team member is the timer, and our timer today is Aprilia Susan. So, Aprilia, please explain it.
Okay, thank you, Madam Toastmaster. So, good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green background. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow background. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red background. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green background, and at 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow background, and at 7 minutes, I will raise the red background. And the individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green background. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow background, and at the 3 minutes, I will raise the red background. So that's all. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Aprilia. However, can you please show us the sample of one of your background so
Sure.
people know what to expect?
Yes. Sure. Wait a minute. So this is going to be the green background. Can you see it? Yes.
Yes.
And then this come the yellow one and the red one. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Right, and then I just got a direct message from Herman. He said he's ready. Okay, so back to Herman again.
Thank you so much, GE Pippet. To help our speakers flourish, we provide feedback, encouragement, support, and critique that will help them become better speakers. Back to you.
Wow, such an inspirational sentence as an example of how to use the word flourish. Okay, so we encourage you to use this word so it will stick to our vocabulary. All right, so I will return the control to Robin.
We still have the ballot counter.
Sorry, ballot counter, the obvious one. She's actually right under my photo. All right. So I would like to introduce our ballot counter, first time as the ballot counter and Zoom host, our very own Desi. Take it away, Desi.
Okay, thank you very much. So, good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome guests. So tonight I will perform and serve my role as the Zoom master and also as a ballot counter. So my job today is I will collect the vote for the best speaker, the best evaluator, and also best table topics. So hopefully I will flourish tonight since this is the first time I serve as a Zoom master. I think this is the time for me to unleash the hidden talent. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, G.
Okay, thank you so much, Desi. Although the talent is not so hidden anymore, we all know it. But okay. All right. So then finally, I'm ready to give the control back to Robin. Take it away, Robin.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. So, guys, we all heard about the roles of today, and I hope that we will flourish today with all our speeches by listening to them and then to hear about the evaluation as well. And if you want to participate in table topics, please let us know in the chat box or send a private message to our table topic master over there, who is none other than, what's his name again? Sabta. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking everywhere. Okay. I'm joking. I know your name. All right. So first up, we have 4 speakers for tonight, as you can see in the agenda. If you just arrived and you have not received the agenda yet, please let us know, and then we'll send you the agenda in the chat again. So the first speaker and the second speaker are doing the same project. Let me read to you what they are doing for their projects. So the purpose of the speech of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. So today is their second speech as a Toastmaster. So now we will have our first speaker, who is none other than, Tegu. Okay, so Tegu will be delivering a speech. His speech title is "By the Name of Facebook, Allow Me to Propose to You." By the name of Facebook, allow me to propose to you. So let's give it away for Toastmaster Tegu.
Okay, thank you. But first, let me check my voice first. Am I audible? Am I audible? Clear enough?
Yes,
All right.
you are.
Good. You cannot face the problem if the problem is your face. especially when your face resembles those bad guys in every Sinatron of Indonesia who at the end of the day give an unmerciful illogical azab. Before I start, I would like to ask, hi there, how are you today? Have you eaten already? Don't forget to eat, okay? Or else you could get sick. Why I ask those questions? Because those questions remind me to some number of beautiful girls in my young age who always asking those questions to me. Do you know how many numbers were those girls? Zero. Yes, I actually never had been asked those questions during my sad young age in junior nor senior high school by any beautiful girls. Talking about beautiful girls, it reminds me to the fact that when I was a teenager, every time I met and said hi to any beautiful girl for the first time, hi, my name is the girl, they would spontaneously say the most touching words to me, which was Astaghfirullahaladzim. Or at least they were going to say ayat kursi. So at certain point, my face may have multifunctionality to either automatically turn you into a more religious person or to at least perhaps leave a little bit unforgettable impressions that was flourished beautifully inside their hearts in the form of, well, psychological trauma. But despite that very heart-touching fact about my face, when I was teenager, I also just realized that how by imagining my face can actually help someone else, especially when he or she is under pressure. I remember that there was this moment where one of my friends in my class ever told me that how by imagining my face somehow also very helping when he was under pressure and having difficult time to take a dump in the toilet. So it Lutfi will be talking about superhero, then this will be probably my superpower, which is basically when my friend was imagining my face in his mind, somehow help his under pressure situations to release the pressure under. You know what I mean? And alhamdulillah, because of that very heart-touching experience, I had already started to accept the reality that with face like this, that looks like a deranged psycho lunatic, there will be no girl who will be sane enough to risk her dear life just to get close to me. Okay, so there are basically two stages of my love life that I would like to share to you all. First stage, my pathetic love life when I was young, and I'm proud of it. If I did not miss the calculations, I believe I had probably been single only for, well, forever. It seems I feel like that I was born to be a forever legendary single guy whose name would be engraved on the city monument as the last virgin on earth. Well, I have already told you that in my previous speech last week. For those who have not, let me say it once again that I have this phobia of feeling nervous to talk to any beautiful girl, which means if I try to start to have any form of communication to a beautiful girl, then I will feel so nervous. Trembling, sweating all over my body, cannot say anything that can be understood by any normal human being out there. I will be just standing there facing the girl with awkward serial killer smile without any single word like a brain concussion potato. So yeah, that's me. Second stage of which is how I finally have to think outside of the box because I never even brave to talk to any beautiful girls. One day, my mom even asked about my sexual orientations. Teguh, yes, ma'am. Are you gay? What the? No, mom, I'm not a gay. But maybe probably my boyfriend who was gay. Nigga say what? No, I'm just joking. So to put it simple, by the end of 2011, my mom like gave me an ultimatum that if until the end of 2012 I cannot get any girlfriend that can be sacrificed as my wife, then I have to accept any girl that my mom choose. That was the turning point where I had to think outside of the box, so that I open my Facebook and start to randomly say hi to quote every beautiful girl in Facebook friend list. And alhamdulillah, I got rejected by most of them. But even though at first I got so many rejections by those beautiful girls, yet I never stopped because I believe if a flower will not grow and flourish if the stem does not allow. Word of the day, baby. Anyway, my unshameful hard work on Facebook was finally flourished by serendipity or pity, or surprisingly, beautiful girl from another town, Jambi, which was located thousands of miles away from my city, Surabaya, want to have this very long distance relationship with me. I mean, even if she was very beautiful, but the only reason on why I managed to control my bladder to not pee in my pants when I had communication with her was just because I did not have to talk and see her physically. That was only going to make me end up look like a brain damaged patient who suffered from the final stage of epilepsy. So she was basically so beautiful that makes me sometimes questioning her sanity to want to become my girlfriend. I mean, if I try to imagine me and her standing side by side. It will feel just like as if she was the winner of beauty contest, and I was just a poor victim of a car accident. It's as if she is the kind of a girl who has unique taste that, keep an almost extinct endangered species like me, jomblo species. My friend even said this. If this might be one of the signs of the end of the world, as stated in the ancient prophecy. Well, people say that you will feel butterfly flying inside your stomach when you are falling in love. But in my case, forget a butterfly. For me, a muggle who finally can get this very beautiful girl as my girlfriend, I feel like the whole zoo are rumbling inside my stomach. One thing for sure, she was quite sentimental. When she finally held the ring that I brought and sent to Jambi for her through the Facebook video message, webcam, from the look on her face, I can see that she never forget those three little words that was beautifully engraved inside the ring. And those three little words are made in China. Anyway, that was the moment when I take all of the power of my virginity energy to set this one sentence to her. By the name of Facebook, please allow me to propose you. Do you want to be my wife? Well, that's actually two sentences. Anyway, and then looking deeply into my eyes, just like the pity look of a nurse to a mental hospital patient, with her beautiful smile, she said softly, "Yes, I do." It is true that in the opening I said that you cannot face the problem if the problem is your face. Then right now I can confidently say that do not let the problem of your face to stop you to fight for the love of your life. Because you know what? Your life is just too short to be spent with the wrong love. My name is Teguh. Back to you, Tom.
Wow, 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 wow. Let's give him a big hand. Awesome. Well, I was like trying to process all these things in a short period of time. It's like it's a 5 to 7 minute speech. I think he has done like a 1 hour speech in just like 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy, but really good. Let's give him a big hand again. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so the next speaker, who do we have? Our next speaker is none other than the secretary of our club, who is Vivi, and her speech title is Don't Put Off Until Tomorrow What You Can Today. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can today. So let's welcome Toastmaster Vivi to the stage.
My fellow Toastmasters, Benjamin Franklin once said, "Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today." It is a good advice for all of us. And apparently, not only him. My mother used to say it to me also. I remember when I was a child, she always said that to me, that you have to finish all the things by today. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. So try your best to finish all the things at the same day. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. My fellow Toastmaster, so because of my mom said that, then as a child, I must obey, right? So everything that I need to finish on that day, I should finish it. For example, after went back to school, when my teacher gave me the task, actually the deadline will be next week. But since my mother told me that, so I have to finish it by the same day, including to tidy or cleaning the house also. I have to iron all the clothes, sweeping the floor, washing the dishes. I have to do it by the same day. And apparently, that habit make me, what do you call it? A person who prepare for everything. Not only the things that I have to finish on the same day, but also for the following day. Because I thought that, oh my God, I have to finish on the same day. So at night, after doing all the things, I have to think tomorrow, what should I do? It becomes habit for me. Until I get married and also have children, that habit also exists. I apply to my children. And guess, do you think that my children like it? Of course they don't. So many times they complain about it. Until one day they give me a good lesson. Actually, they know that I went shopping only once a week. So I keep all the food stock in the drawer for the whole week. I've already know that tomorrow they should eat this, dress, this clothes, something like that. So yesterday I went to shopping. So today I check on the drawer to make sure that everything is was running well. And I got surprised because I usually bought the candy and the chocolate for my children. And when I look at the stocks, they were gone. So I asked to my children, where were the food? And they said that, Mommy, we ate them all. So I asked to my children, why did you eat them all? Because it's supposed for the whole week. And they said that, Mommy, don't forget that you said don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. We want to eat them all by today, so we finish them all. So my fellow Toastmaster, having heard from my children, they give good feedback for me that everything is good to be finished by today only for certain matters. You need to set up your priority for urgent and important matters that you need to do it by today. It is good. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. But there are certain things with good reasons that you need to or you are able to do it by tomorrow. You don't necessary to finish by today. Look at my children case. Can you imagine if my children at the same day, all the days, eating the chocolate because they like it, they want to finish on the same day? You can imagine what will happen. It will bring not good impact to their health. My fellow Toastmasters, maybe what my mother said is true because she thinks that there is we limit for the obstacles that will happen tomorrow, so it's better for me to do it by today, all the things that I can finish by today. But as I said or mentioned earlier, that there are some cases that you have to postpone, you have to patient, and you are able to do it by tomorrow. Okay, so my fellow Toastmaster, having heard from my children, actually they giving me a good advice. I'm very glad that my children gave me a good input for my patient, for my learning to be a wiser person. That's the thing that I want to share today. Thank you. Back to Toastmasters.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vivi. Indeed, don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. That's a very good lesson that we need to learn today onwards, and that's where we can flourish in our life. Thank you very much for this interesting and inspiring story of your children and of yourself. Now, next up, we are going to have the 2 second project. Oh, before that, let me tell you, I forgot about that. I forgot to mention about the evaluators of the 2 speakers. So the first speaker, who is none other than Tegu, will be evaluated by Toastmaster Christian from Metropolitan Toastmasters Club. And for the second speaker is Vivi, will be evaluated by Natalie, our dear president. All right, so next up, we are going to have the two speakers who will be delivering the same speech type project, which is level 1 project 2B, which is the purpose statement is this. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback and applied feedback to a second speech. So they have done the first speech, now they are doing a second speech to improve upon that. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he has applied the feedback received from his first speech. All right, so now let's welcome the first speaker, who is Lufti, and his speech title is My Superhero. My Superhero, Toastmaster Lufti. Let's give him a big hand.
If you could have one superpower and become a superhero, what would it be? Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man. Our choice of superhero as kid might be different because we have our own imagination. Some kid like the big figure like Hulk, or maybe fast superhero like the Flash. Whoosh. Well, let me tell you that when I was a kid, my favorite superhero was Superman, the son of Krypton. My late aunt usually takes me to the cinema and watch The Man on Steel on screen. And I was thrilled every time I see it. Every time. Why do I love Superman? Well, because he is strong, he can lift heavy items, even hold an airplane from falling. He is faster than speeding bullet. He can fly. And oh, don't forget one thing that all boys would like to have. Can you guess? X-ray vision. No need to explain. But that is fantasy superheroes. Even though everyone would love to be one, including you and me. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow superheroes. In real life, I have a real superhero. And his name starts with D and ends with Y. D-E-D-D-Y. It spells Daddy, my dad's name. When I was 10, after watching a Superman movie, he told me, son, Superman is not the strongest person in the world. And I asked him curiously, how come, Dad? Then he continued, the strongest person is not the one with big muscles or someone who can throw a punch and knock someone out. That is not the definition of strong. And with his deep voice, he said, the strongest person is a man who can control his anger, someone who can restrain their emotion even when they have the right to be angry. And I believe him. Do you know why? Because he walked the talk. Never in my life I saw him angry. Not even once. Can you imagine? It must be some kind of superpower for someone to be able to manage and control emotion in such a great manner. I mean, he doesn't even hold grudges at all. Now, the only time I saw his face frown and sad, but not angry, was when my brother decided to get married without him knowing. It breaks his heart. I can tell from the look in his eyes. But yet, he didn't say a word. He only said, Lufty, go talk to your brother. Like in movies, every superhero has weakness. For instance, kryptonite for Superman. Well, my dad's kryptonite was heart attack because of packs and packs and packs and packs of cigarettes. He passed away 2 years ago, just a week before my 40th birthday. But I will keep in mind the lesson he always taught me about being strong and about being patient. Some people say life begins at 40. Yes, it is for me. Because on that day, I become the man of the family, replacing my dad. To bear responsibility of a simple, small figure man, but with the biggest heart and patience I've ever known. With his dying breath, he asked forgiveness to my mother. I mean, I know my mom is the one who usually gets angry at my dad, but yet he still asks forgiveness to her. And that is, my friend, a tough record to beat. So if you ask me what kind of superpowers I would like to have, I'd say I want to be a strong man who can control my anger, just like him. Dad, if you're somewhere out there, up there, you see me now, I just want to say, you're the man, stronger than Superman. Back to you, Tom.
Wow, that was a very, very emotional story. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Lufti. I want to say thank you to you because I've heard your first speech and then I'm hearing it like for the second time, but it has been wow, like way better. Thank you very much for sharing that today. And next up, let's move on to our next speaker, who is none other than Hida, Toastmaster Hida. He just prepared his speech today. He is like a last-minute speaker because he's replacing someone. And thank you very much for being here today. And I would like to give you the title of his speech. So his title is The Queen of Beauty Flowers. So it's a 5 to 7 minute speech and it will be evaluated by Toastmaster Selena. So I'll repeat the title, The Queen of Beauty Flower, Toastmaster Hida.
Bismillah. Hello everyone, welcome back with me. I'm Hida. This is my third speech in Toastmaster. And I want to talk about the easy speech, yeah, not like the previous three speaker before. It's very inspirational speech. I will talk about a very easy thing. This is about the Queen of Beauty flower. Some people may be very well known with this flower. Most of people adore this flower as flower of beauty. Another called as flower of love. Even poets around the world have so many poems about this particular flower because of its exceptional beauty. But for me, this flower, I just call it as the Queen of Beauty flower. Anyone know what the flower I'm talking about? Yes, I think most of you know. This flower is, of course, is a rose. A rose well known as the flower of love. This beautiful flower can come in many colors, and each color has a different meaning and different symbols. For example, a red rose means love. Orange color symbolize desire. Yellow means friendship. And pink means happiness and thankfulness. While white colors symbol of purity. So if you give this flower rose to maybe your wife, your friend, and maybe your colleagues, please don't forget the symbol of the color. You may give to your wife with red color, not with the yellow color, yeah, because your wife maybe will get anger. From history, so I have some reference that this color is coming from China some of 5,000 years ago. From China, then this flower spread out around the world with many species. And this flower then keep conquering the mind and heart of million people because this flower is stunning beauty and fragrance. So why I discuss about this flower and why I like this flower most than other flower? Because I have some values that I can learn from it. I have two values. One is adaptive, Why I call this adaptive? Because rose can grow much anywhere. So we can find this flower in home, out in field, in our school maybe, even in our office, anywhere. So this rose can grow and plant in many area. Even in our country, in Indonesia, some people plant this rose in commercial basis because of huge demand. So this teach me about if we want to be success, we have also like the rose, we have to be adaptive. We have to struggle in everywhere we live. We have to give some good values in everywhere we live, and we have to be adaptive. Second values is toughness. Rose essentially can grow in a number of different climates. This flower typically grows in warm climates and flower in summer months. But some rose also can grow in hot tropical climate and even in winter temperature that drop as low as -5 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is teach me about toughness. So to reach success, we have to be tough because sometimes our environment is changing. We have to be, tough. We have to can adapt with the change of the environment. So these two values give me some inspiration that when we grow and when we want to be success, we can see the rose. Learning from my gardening career and my plantation experience, especially in my village where I born, which is very hot and not easy plant some seed in my village, I found that a rose is one of flower that can survive and very easy to plant. This flower adds a very beautiful look to my small garden in my house in which they are kept. For me, rose is the symbol of growth, symbol of how we can get success, of course, with love. Because reaching success without love is like making garden without rose. That's all my speech for today. Thank you very much, and back to Tom. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Thank you very much for sharing this story with us today. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you. Awesome. All right. So that's all we have for the speech of all the speeches today. Oh, I forgot to mention. The third speaker would be, the evaluator would be Ben. And so, wow. Okay. I'm on spotlight, so I cannot see everybody. Okay, so now we will have the timers report. Let's welcome April, who will give us the timers report.
Okay, thank you, Tom. So all the four speakers, congratulations, your speeches are eligible. Teguh, you spent 6 minutes and 41 seconds. Vivi, you spent 5 minutes, 13 seconds. And Lufti, you spent 5 minutes, 42 seconds. And Hida, 6 minutes, 12 seconds. Thank you for the flourished speeches. It's like a roller coaster. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, April, for our time today. Everybody's eligible, so good job, everyone. Yeah, like she said, all these speeches today is like roller coaster. Okay, so now before we move on to our next part, the next segment, we are going to have a group picture. So everybody, please turn on your video right now. We are going to take your picture. So if you want to make up, do it now. If you want to show your strong muscle. Too late. Okay, so Are we waiting for Lufti to come? Lisa is here. Or should I just... Okay.
He's still praying, I think.
He's still praying. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Maybe later we'll have another round of photo. Okay. So take picture. Vinny, Joe, Kojo, the wise man Joe. Okay. Okay. I'll take the picture now. Ready. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, so now we'll take a crazy and fun picture. Okay, do your crazy pose. Okay, awesome. All right, so now we have, what do we have next? We have, the next part of the segment is a very fun one, I believe so. And will be conducted by this guy who I just met recently. He is a furniture maker, and he has a small enterprise where he makes and sells furniture. And today he has made a furniture for us, which is a table. And today he is our table topic master. Yeah, and he will be doing the table topic. So let's welcome Sabta.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Okay, so I see this is the table topic session. I see some guests here. So for those of you who are new here, table topic session is where you can practice your impromptu speech. So I'll basically give you some questions and you will have 1 to 2 minutes, only 1 to 2 minutes to answer it. Okay, without further ado, I would like to share my screen. Please host, allow me to share screen just for a while. And all right, here it is. Yep. So I have some lists here. I've asked some guests and friends, Toastmasters. I'd like to summon Rendra. So this is your question, Rendra. Are you ready? What is the difference between living and existing? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. 1 to 2 minutes. Rendra, what is the difference between living and existing?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. If you're living, well, basically, your existence nurtures or flourishes others with all the benefits that it is the best for them. But you exist, well, the monkey in the jungle still exists. Maybe they are almost extinct, especially for orangutan, but they do exist. But for people being living, it's not only alive and, taking deep breath, but also your existence must at least fulfill your self demands, your self calling. Because at the end of the story, when you have to leave your legacy, you need to ensure something that already fights. Life is about something is given to the next generations, your children, your neighbors, and when after you realize this, all the benefits, takes added value that you have given to them, that's about the life. Exist is not only being life, but also it has inspirations. But we have to differentiate between axis as per it just axis like the stone axis, like the mountain axis or the sea axis. But somehow people know axis is the self-proclaimed or like self-telling to others, especially if you have Facebook or Instagram. It's like axis, But what I would like to say is that you have to different types of axis. Axis just axis there on Earth, or axis being life. Well, if you think that your life is being axis fully life, well, you give advantages to others. That's all. Fellow Toastmasters, thank you.
All right. So that's the difference between living and existing. To differentiate yourself. Okay, next up, I have Ayu. Ayu, are you ready? Unmute yourself. And here's your question. Okay. Here's your question.
Easy one, right?
There it is. What has life taught you recently? Are you ready? What has life taught you recently? Ayu.
Okay. Wow, what has life taught you recently? What a question for us all, because with what's happening in the world today, we learn so much about life. It's not as long as we think, but it's not as well as short as we think, because you live every day and you die once, where a lot of people sometimes taught us that you only live once and you die, basically. And for me, what life taught me recently is basically you live every day, but you only die once. And it's so important for us to enjoy every moment that you have at the moment with the people that you love, with your friends, and use time wisely, because the moment that you have currently today, it could be really big memory for you for future. And at the same time as well, it can be taken any moment. So as a human, we all kind of like queuing in the same direction, but we don't know when is our time is up for where we are going to next. So enjoy your life, enjoy your moment, and enjoy your company with everybody, with the loved one in your life. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Awesome. So, okay. Who do we have next? Laila, are you ready for your questions? Hi, Laila. You can unmute yourself. So, are you there, Laila? Laila?
I think she got connection problem, Sapta.
Okay. So,
Maybe we can.
next, Yuriko.
Yep.
Hi, sis. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. I got a really nice question for you. If your life was a novel, what would the story be about? Okay. If your life was a novel, what would the story be about? Okay, 1 to 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, in my life right now, as a teenager, I love to see a lot of movies in the midnight. I have seen a lot about romantic one, when there is a couple, girl and boy, but don't think too negatively. I have seen the horror one. I have seen a lot of them. And as a kid, I have always thought every time I see movies, what if me myself inside the movie? What will happen to me? So ladies and gentlemen, now the question comes. If my life was a novel, what will I be? So, in my life, since I was a kid, I love novels, I love storybooks, I love the mythical creatures, I love unicorns. And when I grew up more and more, I started to learn about the non-fictions. I started to learn about reality. And that time I don't realize how hard reality is. Then right now I understand so well that we should not be alive, but we need to live our life as long as we are. So if my life was a novel, if my life and I can control my life, I will make my life is a life-saving novel, a novel about reality. It is about how harsh reality is. And yet, we are still surviving. Right now, I have passed a lot of things, good or bad. Yet, right now, here I am. So, if my life was a novel, In the end of the book, I will write. In life, the weak falls and the strong rise. Thank you.
Oh, hands down to you. That was awesome. Did you guys hear that? She belongs to the more advanced club, I guess. So yeah, that's what her life will be. The title of her life, more harsh reality. So up next, we have Sunny. Are you ready? Sunny, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here. Can
And
anyone hear me?
yep, your connection is great. All right, your question is, what's the best part of growing older? Okay, I know that you're still young, but yeah, go ahead. Try your best. 1 or 2 minutes.
What's the best part of getting older? Hmm, all the words can have a lot of meanings. When you turn from 5 to 10, you're already getting older. When you turn from 1 to 2, you're also getting older. Well, it's like from the seed. Seed also can be getting older, right? For raising. And also a human being. As a child, you had the best part. You can play without thinking of anything or anyone. Like my niece, auntie, come play with me. Every time she found me. Every time she finds me. But then, yeah, human like a plant from the seed and then growing up, flourish into a bigger and mature person or mature thing. The best part of getting older is we learn a lot. We learn how to eat. We learn how to take a decision on many things. We learn how to manage our time, our money, and we learn how to communicate to everybody, including our family members, our friends. So the best part of getting older is we keep on learning. The older we become, the more things that we can earn. Over to you, Sapta. Thank you.
Wow, awesome. Okay, so the older we are, the more we earn, she said. Okay, so we still have, can we have one more? Anybody wants to join? Perhaps.
Laila is here.
Oh yeah, Laila is here. Okay. Okay. Are you ready, Laila? This is your question. What is the best advice you have ever received? What is the best advice you have ever received? Okay, 1 to 2 minutes. Laila.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Oh, okay. Let me start. So the best, I got so many advice actually, but the best advice I get is from my daddy. He always said to me that stop complaining, just keep working. He said, because you know, um, I stay in the family, no, no, not family, in environment where the people are where most of us still get low education. And in my environment, getting high education is really rare. So because of that, my daddy always said, "Stop complaining. You have to study more and more." Because of he always say that, and it stick to my mind. I always keep working, keep learning every day in order I can be better and make my dream come true. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so make your dream come true, Laila. So thank you guys who have participated. I hope we can all learn and flourish from this opportunity. So, okay, we still have time. Yes, we do have one more. If would Lisa would like to join? You want to try? Or Joe?
Maybe
Any perhaps?
Fanny might.
Chandra. Sir Chandra, would you like to?
Yes, Mister.
Yeah, all right, all right.
Please
Okay,
turn on your cameras.
yeah, can we see you? Your handsome face. All right, awesome. So, this is your question. What motivates you to be your best? What motivates you to be your best?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Chandra from Medan. I would like to explain the motivation I get from my Holy Bible because I think it is the most memorable in our life to drive our life because it is the most important in our life. The other thing, we have many motivation from quote from the famous person or prominent person, especially from riches or great rich person. I think they are to be the motivator in our life. Last years ago, I learned many things about motivation from Married Teguh, Tung Desem Waringin, but until right now, I think all of the motivation they find from my Holy Bible, a part of my Holy Bible, especially from Proverb. I think they combine with their experience with the proverb or the other thing about their Holy Bible according their religion. So the best motivation in my life is my Holy Bible. I think there are many quote or verse can I listen to the Holy Bible. Every day I always listen to the Holy Bible to drive my life according to our God guidance. That's all my motivation from my Holy Bible. Thank you.
Wow, awesome, awesome. So the Bible motivates you the most. Okay, so I think that's it. I'll wrap up the table topic sessions. And Miss Timer, Madam Timer, how are all the speakers doing?
Okay, thank you. So we have 6 table topic speakers today, and they are so gorgeous. But unfortunately, 3 of them are not eligible because they are over time. So let me mention one by one. Rendra, the first table topic speaker, he spent 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So 3 seconds late to that. And then Ayu, you spent 1 minute and 13 seconds. And Yuriko, the giant slayer, you spent 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Seni, 2 minutes, 27 seconds. And Laila, 1 minute and 9 seconds. The last, Chandra, you spent 1 minute, 57 seconds. Okay. Okay, I will put it in the chat box right after this, okay? Oh, so 2 minutes, 30 seconds is okay. Oh, pardon me. So that's okay. So everyone is eligible then.
Awesome.
One
Awesome.
30,
Sorry,
1
my
minute,
bad.
30 seconds.
Yeah?
1 minute 30 seconds, not 2 minutes 30 seconds.
It is 2 minutes 30 seconds, Pipit.
30 seconds, Pipit.
2:30. Okay.
2:30.
2:30 is okay.
All right. Okay, so that's the table topic sessions. Back to you, Tom, Robin.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sapta, for these awesome table topics for today. Wow, that was really great. And I want to say to Toastmaster April as well to just post the time for the speakers as well in the chat box. So do that first, and then after that you do the other one for table topics. All right. Okay. So now we move to our next segment, which is the evaluation. So the evaluation is where we improve upon. If we want to flourish, we have to listen some feedback and we can learn to improve upon that. And now I'll leave the floor to our general evaluator for today, Pipit.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting. Welcome to the last session of this meeting, which is evaluation session. So in this session, the preferred speakers will get feedback from how they were doing. They need to know how they did well, what they did well, and what can be improved from them. Okay. The first person who will evaluate our speaker is actually Christian. When I asked Christian about what do you think makes somebody cannot flourish, cannot grow, and then he said probably because of the comfort zone, or at his or her work, there's no requirement to be better than he is right now. So let's welcome Christian, who will evaluate the.
Thank you, Pipit, for the introduction. Toastmaster Tagu. So let me congratulate you for the speech. This is my first time meeting you, and I personally love crafting a humorous speech. But this time I have to give it to you. You are very, very humorous, and you are my new humorous champion. So many jokes compacted within that 5 to 7 minutes. As a good speaker, as somebody has mentioned, in order to flourish into a better speaker, we would like to see some comments or inputs. So these are the inputs that I can give you. First thing, I would like to suggest changing of the title. As a speaker, the first thing that I usually look upon is the title. Title supposed to be a peek into the content, not revealing the whole content itself. So rather than to say by the name of Facebook, allow me to propose to you, I thought you can change the title to be The Issue is in My Face. So the audience will be thinking, what happened to the goose face or the whole face? Turns out that it is the whole face. The second thing is I was a little bit bugged with the fact that the word epileptic was used because I didn't think that it was appropriate because it was somebody's condition. So I think you can take out that humor altogether. I felt that the opening was too long. As such, because the opening was too long, you were rushing to go to the end and you did not allow yourself to breathe and pace yourself. The elements of humor not only relate to the number of humors that you can put into a speech, but you can also utilize your pace or staccato. Allowing yourself to pace will allow you yourself to connect better with your audience. For example, you say that I tell a lot of beautiful women to be more religious. I simply ask them a question. How are you? And they simply say, Astaghfirullahalazim. Then I turn them to be more religious. That alone will create more laughter rather than having you rushing to the end with a lot of humors. But Tagu, you know what? I love that speech of yours. And shall you allow yourself to pace yourself and also take out some humors which may not be too much related to the content and the takeaway of your speech? You will allow to allocate the jokes to your other speech. And I would like to see you in your next speech with your element to be that flourishing, humorous, impactful speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian. Now, Tagu, you have to really listen to what Christian said. First time I saw Christian, it was when he won the humorous speech contest in his division and he competed in the district level. So, yes, take all of the suggestions from Christian, okay? All right, and then our next evaluator is Ben. When I asked Ben about what makes somebody unable to flourish,
It's Natalie.
he said
It's
probably
Natalie.
self-doubt.
It's Natalie.
Oh, sorry, Natalie. All right, sorry. Natalie will evaluate PB, yeah? Okay. When I asked Natalie about what makes somebody unable to flourish, she said probably because of their limited mindset and also because no one give opportunity or exposure. All right, and Natalie will evaluate thinking. Go ahead, Natalie.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. So thank you, Fifi, for sharing that personal story. I really like how it comes from your own experience. It's personal, it's original, it had some meaning to you, and you share some part of you with the audience. So that's the first thing that I truly appreciate from this speech. Another thing that I also enjoy from this speech is how you have the basic structure of a speech. You have the introduction, you have the body, there are 2 points in the body, and you also have the conclusion or the closing. I think as this is the second speech in the pathways for you, having a good structure is definitely a great foundation to build upon for the next speeches. I also love how you sprinkle humor and you add twists with your children's story. It sparks excitement in the speech. It makes the speech not just one dimensional, but it also adds another layer to it. One thing that I would like to really commend you on is your vocal tone was very calming and the pacing was great. So it helps us as an audience connect with you better. I would like to suggest to you 2 things mainly. First is in relation with the delivery. I would like to suggest you to position, because this is online environment, to position your camera maybe a little bit further, because at this moment I could only see your expression, your literally the neck up, and sometimes the eye contact was not always on the camera as well. So I would love to make the speech more dynamic, see a little bit more hand gestures at least, just to illustrate some points. For example, during the humorous time, you can say, "Oh, mommy, you said we shouldn't put off till tomorrow what we can do today." Something like that. It's just to add a little bit of drama. Second thing that I would like to suggest to you, and this is, I think, what's more important, is to improve the plot development. For example, what you did was you told us about this childhood story and then how it impacted to you now. And then you told us also about the children mischief, and you realized that not all things need to be done today. And also at the end, you encourage people to don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. In between the children and the conclusion, I felt there was like a disconnection, because you realize that not everything needs to be done today, but then what is it? How you can elaborate more on that. I would suggest you to add one little story there, so you have like 3 mini stories in one speech, or altogether restructure the speech. So the flow of the speech or the dynamic of the speech, it can give you a little bit more, rooms to navigate in terms of like twists and turns. Overall, I think it was a good speech in terms of the structure and also personal story and focal tone. 2 things to recommend: set up and also story development. Keep going, Fifi. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much, evaluator Natalie. So Fifi, you also are very lucky because Natalie was actually the winner of our division contest in terms of evaluation. So her evaluation is always guaranteed high quality. All right, thank you so much, Natalie. Now, our third evaluator is Ben. Ben will evaluate when I asked Ben about what makes somebody unable to flourish or to grow, he said because of self-doubt, hate, unwilling to change, fear, and also comfort. All right, Ben, take it away. Please evaluate the
distinguished Toastmasters, and guests. And most importantly, Luther. Wow, that was amazing. I was on the edge of my seat and barely could take any notes, but as your evaluator, I took my job seriously. The purpose of Luther's speech was to present his speech on any topic like he did and give and apply the feedback that he received on the first speech. So let's take a quick back in time to the notes of his last speech. 3 of his feedback that he was given to apply to this speech would be to stand up and present and be centered in the camera. Try to play with his vocal variety, being loud and low volume, whisper, maybe fast and slow speed. And then also eye contact. Back in time, right now. Looking at your speech today, you were able to stand up and be centered. Check. Number 1. You played with your vocal variety. I heard you raise your voice on many occasions. And for example, when you mentioned, I didn't see his face at all, right? It gives the audience ability to kind of like, oh, I should probably be paying attention. And again, you were talking to us. So 3 marks you achieved flawlessly. You flourished. Well done. Now, a couple things that I noticed in this speech that I really, really enjoyed. You had a little bit of humor in between the lines. So this speech had something for everybody. For example, when you were talking about X-ray vision. Not everyone probably understood it, but most people in this room probably did. And when you're giving a serious speech, adding a little bit of humor is important to kind of lower the blow of emotion sometimes. So well done bringing that in there. Again, you gave a very sentimental speech, so your tone really matched the words and your body language with it. And that's really important. You don't want to be goofing around when you're giving a serious speech. So great job on that. The one thing that the speech was really special for me is because the fact that you're talking about your dad being your hero and me being able to be in a club with my dad in this club here allows me to really appreciate those times when we get to spend together. So thank you for really bringing that up and bringing that emotion to where I get to appreciate that. And having your dad as your hero, I'm sure he's looking down on you, proud of everything that you do. And the one thing that I want to say is that you really need to work on for the next speech is when you're standing up this time, you start to sway and it's kind of a nervous thing we do. I do it also. Even in this small screen for a computer, we want to make sure that we're taking and moving with the purpose and not swaying back and forth because that can be definitely distracting. But other than that, this was an amazing speech. You added humor where it needed to be. You controlled your tone in the right spots. You were able to give a sentimental speech where you didn't break down. You allowed the audience to accept the emotion. This next time, control your body language a little bit better. But congratulations, Toastmaster Lupti. I look forward to your next performance. Back to you, GE.
Thank you so much. Okay, Lupti. FYI, Ben also represented this area as an evaluate division. All right. So we always find something valuable from this. All right. Thank you so much, Ben. Now let's go to our last but not least evaluator. She's actually a very new Toastmaster member. She has delivered her speech last week, and then now we're giving her a chance to evaluate somebody for the first time. So this is our first timer evaluator, which is Selena. When I asked who is Selena, not Bridget. When I asked her what makes somebody unable to flourish, she said probably this person doesn't have a good support system. And I agree. That's why we are here in Toastmasters, because we need to have a good support system. And Selena will evaluate Hida. Take it away, Selena.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. I'm Selena, and I'd like to congratulate Hida for the second speech. You made it very well, so good. I can sense the calmness and you so enjoying your time delivering your speech. And if I compare by the last week's speech, there are some, the past evaluator is also gives you some tasks for you, and congratulations also, you made it. If other guests remember that Hida is starting the speech with a sort of questions about the characteristic of the rose, which is he did. And then a part of that, okay, I like the calmness and the enjoyment. And yeah, you seem so relaxed and comfort. I also like that you bring up you gives informative speech also about rose. You also mentioned the value of the rose and how you inspired by roses. The thing is that a part of that, everything is okay, and the rest, I'd like to add more input at your eye contact also. That is the last evaluator is also talk the same about the eye contact. So the eye contact is you can improve on that. So then other guests is able to see you really connect with them. And then yeah, and both of us together can more have a sort of what it is called, like the each other awareness, if I'm not mistaken my word. So I like also to request you to learn improve again to your gesture, so then audience can feel your excitement, your like enthusiasm about delivering about the roses. And also, yes, the feedback, the last feedback that you applied is already checked, and just keep improve, keep flourish yourself, so then you can grow even more in this Toastmaster. Overall, I love all the speeches about you and the roses and how you inspired by roses, and yeah, keep learning and keep improving in Toastmaster. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Selena, our first timer as an evaluator. So I've been told that my background noise is really noisy. Is it better now that I put my mic closer? Yeah, all right. So did you guys hear me when I mentioned about, when I asked Christian about what made somebody cannot flourish and things like that? Did you guys hear it earlier or not?
We could hear it, but it's sometimes on and sometimes off.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, well, I apologize for that, but let me repeat it one more time because I think their answers, there's some merit to it. So Christian said somebody cannot flourish because of comfort zone. Maybe there's no expectation for this person to be better. And then Ben said somebody cannot flourish because there is self-doubt, hate, unwilling to change, fear, and also comfort zone. And Natalie said somebody cannot flourish because limited mindset and no one gives this person exposure. And then Selena said somebody cannot flourish because there's lack of support system. I think these answers are really good and it's related to our topic today. All right. And then let's go to the evaluation session, right? Robin, it's the evaluation session.
Yep. So before that, let's have the ballot counter, the vote.
So I will call my team, yeah? A counter.
Yeah, let's have the vote first.
Oh, vote first. Okay. So please, time. Can you please tell us the time report? Timer.
Okay, Madam GE. So for the evaluators, for Christian, you spend 3 minutes, 2 seconds. And then Natalie, you spend 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Ben, you spend 3 minutes, 20 seconds as well. And then for Selena, you spent 2 minutes 47 seconds. So it seems to me that all the evaluators are eligible. And because this is my first time timer, I'm so flourished by this experience. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aprilia. She said in the WhatsApp group that she missed the chance to say the word flourish, but she did it just now. So congratulations, you redeem yourself. All right, now, just like what Aprilia said, there is a Google form in the chat box. Please cast your vote for our best table topic speaker, best prepared speaker, and best evaluator. All right, while waiting for that, I would like to call our counter to report her finding. Sri.
Thank you for Madam GE for Pipit as Madam GE for today. I would like to report for some of the filling words, the are, and all of those words that tag in our speeches and meeting today. I would like to start from Natalie. So based on my report, you got 3 1 Robin, 1 2 so, and then some repetitions for the word and, okay, and also some pauses. Pipit, today I got a note for 1 well, 1 so, and 1 but. Herman, 1 and 2 April, you got 1 1 so. And then Desi, 1 1 1 so. Tugu, I'm trying my best to take a note on your speech today. It's 2 but and also some repetitions of the word you know. Fifi, 2 2 so, some repetitions for the word and, that, I, and also the word today. Lufti, 1 well, 2 but. Hida, 10 for the word 1 1 1 so, and some repetitions of the word I and also some. Sapta, 1 7 so, some repetitions of the word okay and also all right. Marendradika, 1 2 well, 6 but, some repetitions of the word you also and also the word self. Ayu, 1 so, some repetitions of the word okay and N. Laila, 2 so, 1 but. And then Yuriko, 2 so, also 1 but and some repetitions of the word life. Seni, 1 1 well, 1 so, and also repetitions of the word mature. Chandra, 2 words of and some repetitions of the word Holy Bible. Christian, 2 so, 1 but, and repetitions of and. Ben, 2 1 2 so, repetitions of the word and. And Selena, 11 4 2 so, and repetitions of the word and.
Wow, thank you so much, Sri. You're the super mom. I know that your baby is somehow making a sound, but it's like a like a music in my ear. Compared to the one here in the mall, I should prefer your baby's voice. Okay, so let's go to our grammarian today. So grammarian Herman, please share your report.
Thank you, GE Pippet. You know, when you look at the grammarian report, I think that I always want to listen to the magic you create in your speech. And Tegu, when you said you cannot face the problem if the problem is your face, I literally had to contain myself because I almost fell over laughing. When you also mentioned that someone sacrificed as your wife, and then you said, word of the day, baby. That was kind of exciting because you truly acknowledged the idea of using the word flourish. Fifi, your message to us all, very appropriate. Don't put off today what you can do tomorrow. And the cool thing is your mother said it too, so it must be infinite wisdom. I really like the idea that the kids ate all the chocolate. That was quite funny to me. The Shri, the baby's noise, as Pippet said, was musical. Lufti, your choice of a superhuman, you said hold an airplane from falling. You might have said keep the airplane from falling. The X-ray vision comment, I'm still kind of giggling inside. In real life, his name starts with a D and ends with a Y. That was a powerful statement. It'll live with me. And when you said Dad's kryptonite was a heart attack, I felt every ounce of that emotion. So that was a powerful and beautiful statement. Hida, you said rose is the flower of love, and you said climate, but the word is climate, and it was just everyone seemed to use the word flourish quite a lot. Apriya, you said the speeches were like a roller coaster. I live near Magic Mountain, which is vicious roller coasters, and you guys took me on an emotional roller coaster today, so thank you. Rendra, you said not only living, but you said life is about giving to the next generation, and added value is about life. Those are powerful thoughts to reflect on, and I hope that folks actually heard them so that they can reflect on them throughout the week. You said it's not as long or as short as we think, and live every day because you die only once. It's a pretty prophetic statement for someone to say in just a 1 minute unprepared speech. So thank you for that. Eureka, when you're 13 years old, so you are a powerful force in this. And I always kind of think it's funny when you say, ladies and gentlemen, because we forget that you're 13 because you are such an eloquent speaker. You said, since I was a kid. For someone who's in his 50s, when I hear a 13-year-old say that, it makes me feel ancient. But that's in humor because you have infinite wisdom as a 13-year-old as a speaker. So I congratulate you. And then you said you wanted to do a life-saving novel. I want to give you some parental advice or some old man advice. Look at life as the reality that it is, treasure every moment of it, and use your words to share those moments with people because I think you're going to be a powerful force and a powerful voice. GE Pippet, you used the word flourish like a bouquet of roses. You used it a lot. You really, I think, helped everyone understand that particular use of the word. And I think that everyone today really took that word in and tried to increase their gift as a speaker. So I think this meeting will help everyone flourish as a speaker. I truly enjoy coming to this particular meeting. Natalie, I think you said rooms to navigate, and I think it should be just room to navigate. And you also used the word flourish. Ben, you were definitely on the flourish train. Selena, you said each other's awareness, and I think it should have been. And I wrote the note so fast I forgot how to do it. But for your first time as an evaluator, I think that you really gave some valuable feedback. So as you think about being an evaluator, just think about those moments and then take time to breathe. And then you shared the idea of flourish with no expectation, limited mindset, lack of support, and and fear. The last things are, Cindy, you said seeds getting older, play without thinking, keep on learning. Layla, you said stop complaining, just keep working. That's hilarious because I said that exactly to Ben's siblings last night when they were helping me do some work here at home. And Chandra, you said many quotes, motivators in life, and you talked about the Holy Bible being your motivator. I think in the world of COVID, we all need to kind of come back to our religion a little bit and take a moment to breathe. And you were quite specific about that being your most powerful motivator. So today, you will all help me flourish as I think through these notes. I truly appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Enjoy. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Herman. Herman actually delivered not just the grammarian report, but also a lot of suggestions about how we should make our content even, or the way we express something better. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, is this my time to deliver my general evaluation, right? If it's wrong, please stop me. Okay, no one stop me, so it's correct. All right, so I will deliver my evaluation. I will be very quick. All right, so SAA, which was me, did not have the text to, to start this meeting, but I'm generous, so I forgive myself. So next time I will have the text ready. All right, but we started on time because of that. All right, we started exactly at 6 p.m. GMT +7. And the next one is our Tom. Our Tom, please look around in our participants and make sure there are no non-members guests first. If you spot there's a guest who is not a member yet, we have an obligation to tell them about what's the purpose of Toastmasters and whether we have 3 sections of meetings and what are they and things like that. All right. All right. And then the next one, I really actually like the way you conduct this meeting, Tom, because you set the tone and you're very cheerful and you it's contagious. So you smile, everybody also smiles. See? Now, this is how Robin smiled. And then 3 seconds later, everybody else smiling as well. All right, so it's contagious. However, Tom also did the same mistake like I did the last time. We forgot to mention the evaluator of the prepared speakers. So this is a general note for our next GE, which is Ping, who is Ping next week. All right. And then the next one is our grammarian. So our grammarian is actually doing an incredible job because it's 3 a.m. in her hometown, where he lives right now, or 4 or 5 right now. Yes, but he was like barely, he tried to get himself together, so he forgot forgot to show us how to put flourish in a sentence, how to use it in a sentence. But he got back really quick. After 1 minute, he said, "I'm ready." All right. So next time, next grammarian, please be aware that you will need to introduce the word of the day, the meaning, but also the example, how to use it in a sentence. And then the next one is our table topic master. Actually did a really good job. He was ready with a lot of questions. He chose the speakers fair and square, and also the questions were fairly easy, so no one got stuck trying to answer the prompts. All right. If I could give you one suggestion, try to unshare the slide immediately after you chose somebody to speak. So we will focus on the person instead of the slide. All right. And then the next one is our counter. Our counter is incredible with the baby and one more toddler actually around her. I know she's still able to practice active listening. Probably she's the number 1 person who did, active listening in this meeting from the beginning until the end. So it was really incredible. Sri, and you are the super mom. I cannot wait to listen to your speech next week. And our timer, our first time timer, actually flawless. She actually was very, what is it called? Proactive. What is the English word for proactive? Well, but proactive, right? She asked me about how to be a timer, and then the background. She wanted to put the stopwatch and things like that. But actually, you don't need all of those because you all already did your job flawlessly today. So thank you so much, Aprilia. If anything, it was actually me who made a mistake because despite being in Toastmaster for 10 years, I actually forgot for a second that the maximum time for table topic was actually 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, and next one is our Zoom master. our ballot counter also really did an incredible job. She actually also volunteered herself to mentor our timer today. And then she did really good job sharing the Google form in a timely manner, and also became the host and highlight people correctly who should was to be highlighted, and uh, become the center of the attention. All right, and that is it. And I would like to remind our table topic speakers that today all of you did really good job. Almost all of you actually said very memorable stuff, and then did not show any sign of being nervous. And if I could suggest you one thing, if you want to be a really, really good table topic speaker, try to plan what is the last thing you want to say. So if there's anything you want your audience to remember, try to create a very strong ending. So the last sentence of your speech is the last takeaway that your audience will remember. Okay? So try to plan it well for at least for the ending. Okay, so that is my general evaluation from me. I would like to give the control to Robin to announce the best speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. And now I would like to announce who is the best speaker, but I will not announce it. Let me give the time to our ballot counter to announce it for us. Let's give her a big hand.
Okay, thank you. Allow me to share the screen. Okay. Drum roll, please. For the best table topics today, give applause to our very own Yuriko.
Oh my God.
Again. Again.
Oh my God.
I knew it. I knew
Oh
it.
no.
Awesome.
Okay, for the next one, our best evaluator. Congratulations, Christian. Christian.
Yes.
Actually, I have to wait until the end. Otherwise, it will be very tight. I think there will be a tie ballot. Okay. Okay, the next one. Our best speaker for tonight is Toastmaster Lufti Ahmad Jazuli. You are the superhero tonight, man. Congratulations. And today also we have first time, right? Toastmaster C Mahendrani was super mom, doing accounting and also taking care of the baby. And also we have first time timer, Aprilia Susanti, and first timer evaluator, Toastmaster Selina Mulia, and first timer as table topics master, Sapta Putra. Is that all, Robin? Right?
Yep,
Okay.
that's all.
Yes.
Very much. I think I have to put my name, right? No need. Okay, thank you very
See
much.
also the first timer as the ballot counter.
Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Robin.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, can remove the spotlight. Okay, thank you very much, Desi, Toastmaster Desi, for announcing the winners, and congratulations to all the winners. Let's give him a big hand, yay! And I don't know why, but Yuriko always goes around and then slash everyone on table topics. So well done again, well done. And congratulations to Christian, our guest evaluator, for coming all the way from Metropolitan Toastmasters. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah.
Yay.
And the winner, we had Toastmaster Lufti for such an emotional speech. Yeah, awesome. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah. All right. Okay, so now I'll thank you very much for coming to our Toastmaster meeting. And now I would like to give the stage to our VPE band to do the club business. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, Tom. Another great meeting. Congratulations to all the winners. I want to thank our guests. Chandra, Eureka, go away. Eureka, it's your bedtime. No, I'm just kidding. She's great. 3 meetings in a row. She's won table topics. It's incredible. And any other guests that are here? Venny, are you still here? Is she a guest? Lisa? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys for coming. We're 15 minutes over time. We're still working on how to structure our time better. That is my ultimate goal. I don't want to waste your guys' time, but thank you for all being here. So we're going to work on next week's roles real quick. It won't be too long. I would really volunteer. Fifi, you should do yours to finish up your level 2. You should evaluate next week. And Luffy as well. You guys should evaluate next week. So can I get a yes? We got 6 speakers. Oops. No. 6 speakers next week. Siri, Narendra, Desi, Emil. You guys got to talk. I can only see 4 faces. So can we get 6 evaluators? Luffy's already there. Fifi, are you good? You guys got unmute.
Guys, can you unmute everyone? Yeah.
So Fifi's good?
You volunteer to say your name, please.
Okay for me.
Yay! Peer pressure is great. All right, let's get some more new people to evaluate.
Tagu said yes. Ben?
Okay, excellent.
Tagu said yes.
Excellent. All right.
3 more people.
3 more people, let's go!
Ida, do you want to evaluate? Ida, do you want to evaluate?
No.
Oh, you should do it, Ida.
No?
Evaluations are good. It helps. I'm just going to scroll through this and
Herman, do you want to
volunteer
evaluate,
people.
Herman?
Herman's giving a speech next week.
If you want me to do an
Oh,
evaluation,
sorry.
I'll do that too, though.
No, you're giving a speech.
Okay.
Let's go.
I can do it, Ben.
Yes. You're going to evaluate.
Natalie
will evaluate yours. That'll be good. Okay.
How
Who wants
about
to be our
Aprilia?
grammarian?
Aprilia.
Yeah. What the heck is going on here?
Aprilia. Maybe she should evaluate next week.
No, Pipit, please. She's already in the speaker list. Let's Ben do it, okay? Because you.
Oh,
you
okay.
Already there.
Let's go. Robin, are you going to be here next week?
No, I'm not going to be here next week.
Boo! All right. Okay, so how about this? We got to fill the roles up. April, you want to evaluate?
It's already there.
April is Santi. Sapta. How about Sapta?
Right,
Sapta?
can do that.
Sapta, right. And one more evaluator. Just say yes. Come on.
Let's see.
I'll do it. Okay, I'll do another
maybe?
one. I'll do another one. If you guys gotta be slow. All right. Grammarian. We need a grammarian, an counter, a timer, and a ballot counter. Not doing table topics next week, and a Tom. Who wants to be Tom? Come on. Who wants to be Tom? Where's everyone
Ben,
left?
can I be the table topic?
We're not doing table topics. No one's doing table topics.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hida, you want to be timer?
I guess I can be the Tom.
Okay, be Tom, back-to-back weeks.
Okay, let Hida be the Tom. I will.
Oh, Hida, you're the Tom. Wow. All right.
Yeah, okay. It's okay. I will teach him how to do it.
All right. Grammarian, pivots. There we go.
All right.
Okay. Our general evaluator next week is Ping. I'll counter. Don't be afraid, people. Okay. Is everyone left already? How many
Are
people we
you
have left?
there, Ben? Are you on the list?
Oh no, I'm an evaluator. Yeah.
I think everyone here from our club already taking a role, Ben, so we can.
Okay, we'll fill it in later.
Yeah.
Save for later. All right. Excellent. We'll get some more people in. If you're a guest and you want to come back, please do. Next week on Sunday, it's going to be a little earlier. We'll put that out there Wednesday or Thursday. But thank you very much, everybody. We have no further comments. This meeting's adjourned. Yay. Have a good
Bye,
morning,
everyone.
good day.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
everyone.
it.
Bye.
Okay, thank you.